everyone, and welcome back to Coffee with My Sunshine. Today's DIYs are going to be another recycle or trash to treasure type video. And for this one we're going to be using an old coffee can, an old sock, grocery bags, an old fan blade that I pulled out of a fan that we were throwing away, and an old sweater. We're going to start with the coffee can and some stencils and some Arteza acrylic paints. I will show you which ones I used here shortly, but I thought I would leave this in because I originally started with just the coffee can plain. I didn't do anything to it and went ahead and stenciled the words "Coffee Anyone?" And then when I was done with that, I covered it in chalk paint and decided I didn't like how it turned out because I was going to try and sand through the chalk paint to show the words. I also used the edge of the stencil just to put a box around the words. So anyway, it didn't turn out, so I covered the whole thing in chalk paint again after I removed what I could of the letters, and then went ahead and stenciled over the chalk paint. It wasn't exactly the look I was going for, but I just went ahead with it. And then after I was done stenciling on the words, I took some black acrylic paint, silver acrylic paint, and some white chalk paint, and then just dabbed it around the coffee can just to give it that old galvanized look or old tin can look. Then took some brown, black, and gray acrylic paint again and just went through where the lines are and the seam and the top edge and bottom edge of the coffee can just to make it look old and rusty. Here are the paints I used for the lid. I wanted to use the original lid, and I just mixed the colors together and put a good coat on the top. And this paint is pretty thick and awesome to use. Like I said in my last video, it goes on pretty thick and dries really fast, so it's great to work with. And here's the coffee can all done. I thought it looked pretty cute, and I thought it would look awesome on our new coffee bar. Now for the next project, I know it's a little bit early and I said I wasn't going to be doing any holiday DIYs, but I had a few people say they were already working on some, and one of my subscriber friends here on YouTube said she started into some of the holiday crafts because she participates in a craft show. So I thought for the people who wanted to see it, I would do a couple here and there because I do have a few ideas for holidays. So for this, I just took the old sock and filled it with a good amount of old grocery bags. You could use stuffing here too, but I thought since we're recycling things, why not use grocery bags? And then you just cut it and seal it with a little bit of hot glue and squish it around to make it round again. Then take some twine and play around with the placement until you like how it looks. We're going to be making it look like a pumpkin, obviously. And then you cut off the excess twine. And you're going to want to push it down here and there just to make sure it's going to sit flat. And then I used just a stick that I had from the backyard and broke it. And you can add some greenery if you want. This pumpkin is one I did last year, just with some excess fabric that I had and twine. And I don't know if you can hear it, it's also filled with grocery bags. And for this one, we're just going to use an old sweater. And I'm going to use the sleeve of it. And the same with the sock. I tied off the end because obviously it's going to be open on both ends, but I tied it with some twine. And I thought as I was doing this, it actually looked like those plastic wrapped candies that, are out around Christmas time or whatever, but I thought that would be a cute idea also. But anyway, we're going to go ahead with the pumpkin theme. And then you just cut off the extra fabric on the top and bottom. And don't worry if it's not sitting flat right now, because once you wrap it with the twine, it makes kind of like a flat bottom. And then you're going to do the same as we did with the sock and just make little, plump sections like a pumpkin. And I think this one looks really cute. I love the texture of it. And I'm going to show you what it looks like with just a little bit of greenery, like a leaf, and another piece of stick. I thought it looked cute like that. And here it is without the greenery. And this is probably how I'll display it around fall. I think that looks really cute. And I'll probably make a bunch more of these because I think they're so cute. So then for the next one, we're going to use those same acrylic paints in orange, gold, and brown. And then here is the old fan blade. Now for this, I thought it actually looked really good with just the, those colors that I showed you. It kind of gave it like a wood grain look. So feel free to leave it like that. I think that would be really pretty hung on a wall or just, displayed on a shelf or something. And we're making this look like a boat propeller if you haven't guessed. And if you want to leave it like that, then go ahead. That would look awesome. But I decided to add a little bit of black, gray, and white paint with my chalk paintbrush. And I don't know if you can see the little dots. I first dotted on the paint. Don't do that. It did not work. So I had to kind of wipe it off and start again with the black and gray paint. And then I just dabbed it all around. Then I took some silver and gold and put it around the edges just to give it the metal look, like where it would be worn. And I think that looks really cool. It has a really, really rustic, rusty look to it. And this is what it looks like displayed in my bathroom. I have like a coastal theme going on in my bathroom. That's why I put it in there. And I thought that one turned out pretty cool too. And let me know in the comments down below if you guys are liking these DIYs made from like recycled items and stuff, because I can keep going with them as I think of ideas. Thanks so much for watching, guys. I'll see you next time. Bye!